Morning, Eric. There we go. Now I got people popping on here. Hi, Janet. Hi, Brian. Hi, Tracy. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Bite. Good morning, Connie. Good morning, Rose. It's all about the attention. Janet's relaxing in Birmingham. All right, there you go. That's a good thing to do. It's been a busy couple days too for me. It's between work and Silo of Screams, which started a couple nights ago. I'm exhausted. That's why I'm a little late starting this morning. Kind of slept in a little bit, had to recover. I see Nibbles making her approach here. Very casually, very carefully. Want a kitty treat, Nibble? Yeah, there we got you. Come on. She's not so shy, she won't come up and get a kitty treat. See, this is why you got to show up early on the live stream, because she's here right at the beginning and then she goes and hides in her room. Maybe if you turned around and showed your butt here, we could have a little bit more of a conversation here. There you go. See, that's how it works. Let everybody see your face. Oops, that one slipped. You lost that one, you klutz. Well, you just have to find it. Oh, between the cushion and the arm there. Ah, I think you got it. All right, let's get back to the action here. What's going on here? Eric's been watching Roseanne, huh? You enjoyed the President Bush video. Thank you. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun at Silo of Screams. I've done it 2 nights now, last night and the night before. But those are both work days for me. So I end up going into work at 7 a.m., working until 7:30 p.m., driving to Temple, and then working until like midnight at Silo of Screams. So that's sort of why the live stream is a little late starting today. Is I slept in a little bit. I'm tired. Getting old. What was the bush vlog like? You'll have to watch it. Hi, Linda. How are you? Light's gone, so re-aim the camera here. I'll definitely have to go back to the Bush Library again. Uh, as you saw in the video, it didn't exactly work out as planned. You'd think that'd be something they'd put on the website. Hey, we're closed right now. Yeah, it is, but I can deal with kind of a shortage of sleep if it's only a day or two. But then I kind of need to recover a little bit. And fortunately, this only happens Friday and Saturday, so it's only really one night. I can stay up late one night, and as long as I sleep in the next morning, I'm okay. And I can even get up early, get like 5 hours of sleep one night, and then get up and do it all again. But if I had to do that for 2 3 days in a row, it would destroy me. So, like I said, I got to sleep in this morning, so I'm good. Never found out exactly why. I'm assuming they had some other event going on or something like that. Although I didn't see any people there, it might have been something that was happening in the evening and they had to get set up or something. A lot of times, those presidential libraries will hold special events that are like, invitation only. You never know. When they do that, it has to, they take time to set it up and they have to close it down to the public. Hello, Paul in Florida. Glad I'm volunteering. Yeah, I'm not actually volunteering this year. He's going to have to pay me this year. Last year, I did it without pay just because I enjoyed doing it, but and because the whole COVID thing was, making it kind of a sketchy year to begin with. Whereas Bite and Nibble, they were here. Bite's actually right there, and you missed Nibble. She was out here a few minutes ago getting kitty treats, but she's retired to her room. Like I said, then that's the reason you got to show up at the beginning of the live stream because that's where uh, that's where they seem to be out here the most. Yeah, that was kind of an interesting class ring. I know I saw that on Roadside America. I said, yeah, I got to go check that out. I'm going to be in the area. I'd originally planned to go down for that war memorial thing, and I said, okay, well, what else is in the area? It's like, okay, well, let's hit that. See, I figured what I was going to do is I was going to turn that trip because College Station is about 100 miles from here. So, if I'm going to drive 100 miles to a vlog, I usually like to see if I can get a couple vlogs out of it. So, you know, uh, I planned to do one vlog that was going to be that war memorial, the class ring, and the bottle cap alley as one vlog, and then the Bush Museum or Bush Library as the second one. But when I saw how big the war memorial thing was, I said, you know what, that's going to have to be its own vlog, and then we'll turn the class ring, bottle cap alley into a second vlog, and the Bush Library will be the third one. But like I said, if I drive a long way to someplace, I like to try and get a couple vlogs out of it. It was the same, the week before when I went to see the petrified speakeasy and the dinosaur museum. That was both the same day. Will I visit the other Bush Library? Yeah, maybe. It's just like I said. It was. I mainly went down there to see that war memorial thing, and I said, "Oh, Bush Library is here. Okay, well, let's hit that too." So, hey, Jordan, how's it going, buddy? I was texting a little bit with Jordan before. He needs me to help him with a couple things on a future vlog, and Jordan's getting really good with the tech, but there's still a couple things he needs my help with. So it's nice to be needed. Yeah, that war memorial turned out to be way more than I expected it to be. Like I said, the pictures on Roadside America just showed, one or two statues. I said, okay, you know, I'll spend 10 minutes there. I'll spend 10 minutes on the class ring. I'll spend 10 minutes on Bottle Cap Alley. And that's a vlog. But no, there was, I could have, like I said in the video, I could have spent 2 hours at the War Memorial thing. Bottle Cap Alley, that was the same one with the class ring. Oh, and I know you're a loyal fan, Linda. I see your name pops up all the time. I am not doubting you for a second. Now, it's funny with the Bottle Cap Alley, that kind of caught me a little off guard because it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. It kind of looked to me like Bottle Cap Alley was that they'd literally, taken, paved, put concrete or asphalt or something and then pressed the bottle caps into it. No, it's just a path that for years or perhaps decades people have just been throwing their bottle caps in there, and it's just a layer and layers and layers of old rusty bottle caps. It's basically a walking tetanus shot. It's a place you don't want to go barefoot. Hi Mark, how you doing? Oh, Mark's job hunting. Yeah, I know. Well, it's a good time to be job hunting because it's definitely it's a seller's market. Because everybody out there is looking for jobs or for employees right now. What Texas team do I root for? I'm not really a sports person, so none of the above, really. I mean, I guess if I had to get into somebody, I'd have to get into Baylor just because that's so big here in Texas or in Waco. My mom's doing okay. I guess she had a little bout with the flu or something a couple days ago, but she's doing fine. Actually, it was weird. She usually sends me a text message. Well, the last couple of weeks, she's been sending a text message um, like the night before, just because she knows that we always talk about her on the live stream, just so I have some information. Um, Basically, the only text I got a text from her yesterday. She always counted on my father to help with her annual Christmas letter, and she would type it up, and then he would go in and wordsmith it, print it out, and get it all ready to go. Well, I kind of assumed that task now, so she basically she typed the letter in an email, emailed it to me, and now I got to put it into like a word processor and format it and make it look nice. And she wanted to make sure she said she emailed it to me yesterday, and I saw that I received it. So I don't know. Some point today, I'll get to that. Okay, Linda. Thanks for stopping in. Enjoy the videos. I think I've had some kind of fun ones lately. Hi, JC. Hi, Jean. I just think it's funny when I say hello to someone named Jean because hi, Jean sounds like hi, Jean. I also used to have a friend. Well, no, I'm not going to say a friend. A manager at Disney whose name was Jack, and I had kind of a running joke with him. I'd say hi, Jack. I say, yeah, that's two words you don't want to say at the airport. Any more cooking videos? There's one that's coming up in a couple days. Um, because I knew, sometimes when I try and get a little ahead on the videos. And beginning of last week, for instance, I was like 2.5 weeks ahead. Now I've got three of them up right now, so I got all of this week's upcoming videos up, and one of them is a cooking video. So you'll see that. I think that one goes live on Saturday. I think. Let me look. Hmm. And no, it looks like it goes live on Thursday. So yeah, you'll see that on Thursday. Yeah, I hope I found a way to scare people without screaming. Yeah, this year, as you recall, if you remember the first year I did this, I actually had to cancel a couple live streams after the night after because I'd screamed so much that I made myself hoarse and I literally lost my voice. The character I'm playing now, I'm playing mute, so I don't have to say anything. So that's better for the voice. But done the room, had done the bedroom yet? No, no. I'm gonna wait for it to get a little bit more unpleasant outside. I like to do indoor videos when it's not nice to be outside. Right now, it's starting to get a little nice being outside. So we will get to that at one point. That's the only thing that's left to do. I got to do the master bedroom, master bathroom, and then this house is done in terms of painting. Like the videos of my cats being cats. I think those are boring because basically the cats being cats is just them sleeping all day. Because they do three things: they eat, they sleep, and they poop. And nobody wants to see the last thing. See, there's a cat being a cat right there, and there's another cat being a cat, just kind of peering around the corner here. Nibble. And now we move into part two, which is cats eating. Like I said, it's sleeping, it's eating, and it's pooping. And I'm not going to show you the third one. Nobody wants to see that. That's a cat eating. That's the other cat eating. Got to get good with my backhand so I can make the kitty treats go where they need to go. See if we can arc that one over bite. Yeah, Nibble got that one. All right. And that concludes this segment of Cats Being Cats. Just had a gross image in your head of a camera being in a litter box. Yeah, yeah. So you get why I don't want to show you that. Seems like I never have like I have never-ending list of small projects. Well, that's the joys of being a homeowner, and that's also kind of the fun thing about being able to do so many of these things on your own. You can just do it on your own at your own schedule. Once it starts getting a little cooler in the backyard, I want to do some more, landscaping stuff in the backyard too. But it's still a little too warm out there. Now, one of the things I did, you remember, I built up the planter kind of outside the door over here. Well, there's another section of the planter on this side of the door that I want to do too. I'm not going to put anything in there yet this winter or this fall because we're coming into winter. But I want to build it up and get the soil in there and stuff like that, and then we'll pick it up this spring and put plants in there and stuff like that. But like I said, if I get it in there when it's nice and cool out, then it's nice to be out and do projects. Everyone just got really quiet. Hi Ruth, yeah, I'm doing all right. Got a decent amount of sleep last night, and I'll finish up with it tonight. I'll go to bed and get a good night's sleep again tonight, and we'll be fine. I wanted to get up and not be too late for the live stream. You may have noticed it started about 15 minutes late today. That's always going to happen. I don't guarantee I'm going to start exactly at 11. It's a matter when I get my tail out of bed and get breakfast in me and all that fun stuff, get everything set up. I got to turn the lights on, got to put the flag up, got to put the Island Horizon videos on the monitor. None of those things are up all the time. Got to turn on my crystal skull here and balance him on the stand so he doesn't fall off. Hey Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, well, that's sort of why I kind of do some of these things, Connie. I think naturally I'm a bit of a teacher. There's teacher in my family, and so I definitely got the teaching gene, and it's just something I enjoy doing. I enjoy teaching people things. I'm also a trainer at work now, and that's one of the most rewarding things I do at work is training people. It's something I've done basically every job I've ever had. I've always been a trainer. And for the Scar and Blood Fund. Thanks, Jeff. But honestly, the Scar and Blood Fund is being funded by Silo Screams. They gave me all the stuff. Here, let me show you the stuff they gave me. You'll see that in a future vlog too, but I did a vlog that you'll see in a few days that shows you how to do some simple scars and wounds on your face. Because I'm having to, if you're on the Facebook page, you noticed I posted a couple of photos on Facebook of me in makeup. And the first night I came up with a bloody gash across my head. And last night I did lobotomy scars and a big gash on my cheek here. And they look pretty good. But, you know, in the past, I've always been able to take advantage of Silo Screams because when I wasn't working, I could go in there early and they have somebody who's actually a professional makeup artist. And if you're willing to come in early and they'll sit in the chair and they'll put some really realistic looking scars and things like that on you. And that was fine the first year, but last year and this year, I had a job and get off at 7:30 and Silo Scream starts at 8. There isn't a whole lot of time to sit in the chair, especially when it's a 30-minute drive from Waco to Temple, which is where Silo Screams is. And so there's not a lot of time to do that. So this year I went in a little early before they opened up the attraction, and they gave me some stuff to make up, to do my own makeup, and showed me just a couple simple techniques for creating realistic wounds and stuff like that. This is what you use to make the wounds. They actually recommend I don't use the stuff on the bottom. They recommend the two on the top, the kind of brown color on the top and the red for the blood for the wound. And then they gave me this stuff here, which is supposed to look like blood that's kind of clotted over and like turned into a scab. And it does. It looks actually really, really realistic. And then they gave me this bottle of stage blood. And this is the stuff if you want to, after you've made the blood, you put it on there and it kind of drips and it looks like blood. It's really scary looking. The only problem I've been having with it is that it's as it warms up, it kind of becomes more liquid, and it's been a little bit hot around here, and they don't have air conditioning in that place. If you saw the interview I did with John Guthrie a couple days ago, What that place actually was, it used to be a place that dried lumber. And so they put lumber in there and they basically bake it in all those rooms. And the place went out of business, and John picked it up. And there's no air conditioning in there at all. And so it bakes in the summer and fall sun during the day, and it's still pretty hot in there at night. And so it gets hot in there, you sweat, and the makeup just all kind of runs off your face. So yeah, for an amateur, it does. It looks pretty convincing. Yeah, the cover picture brought for this live stream was the picture from last night. Let me see if I can find the pictures really quick here. I'll show them to you. For those of you who aren't on Facebook, that's what I did for the first night. And like I said, you know, the this stuff is used for making the actual wound, uh, and then this stuff kind of makes the scab in the middle of the wound. You really can't see it from on the screen here, but if you really zoom in close here, yeah, I guess I can zoom in a little bit. You know, you can kind of see it looks like clotted blood right there and right there. That's that stuff, and then the stuff in the jar is this stuff here, and that's the stuff that kind of runs. And so, I put a dab of it here and it just kind of runs down your face. See, my role is I'm a creepy dentist, and I got like what's supposed to be like a dental drill, and this head is sitting in a dental chair, and I'm like drilling at it as people come in, and I got some fake looking teeth, and I sometimes throw the teeth at people. One of my tricks, I got like a little medical dish, type thing. And what I'll do is I'll have the tooth in my hand. I'll be drilling at the dummy, and then when they come in, I'll kind of slowly turn to them, and then I'll throw one of the teeth into the dish. And then, of course, as they walk past me, then I'll usually pick up the head and chase them with it. And that's kind of fun. Like I said, I got kind of a weird, twisted sense of humor that way. Hey, Black Dot, how are you doing? Good to see you again. So when I talk here, then I got to go look and read what I missed here. Now Connie's refinishing the wood in her house. That's cool. That's awesome. It's good to be able to do that kind of stuff. Gene says it's buffering. Anyone having problems? Yeah, it looks like everybody's seeing that now. I'm not showing any problems on my end. However, I did get a message from my cable company this morning saying my internet was down, but then they said it was back up again. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Fits with my love of horror films. That's true. I was talking to John last night after we kind of got everybody shuffled out of the place, and he was asking how much I enjoyed doing that, and I said, oh, I love doing this. I was the kind of person, I've always loved Halloween. And when I was a kid, I was always the person that had the speakers in my bedroom window playing spooky music at Christmas, and I had a very elaborate Halloween display I did when I had my own house. So, it's fun to do this. I love Halloween. Any viewers attend Halloween Side of the Screams yet? Not that I've been aware of. Not that anybody's identified to me. Okay, Gene restarted. It's better now? Hi, Roberta. Yeah, I'm doing great. I've been having, it's been a busy week. We started Silo of Screams this week, so I'm a little tired right now because it's been two consecutive, roughly 18-hour days, 19-hour days. Okay, people are looking better now in terms of the buffering. That's good. storm damage. No, we got a little bit of rain, but not a whole bunch. I think it rained a couple days ago, kind of gently over, a good part of the morning and kind of to about noon. I think I got about an inch of rain. That was it. And then as I was driving, it was funny when I was driving home from Silo Screams last night. Um, when I left Silo Screams, it was clear and not a cloud in the sky. And when I got about three-quarters of the way home, all of a sudden it started raining, and it was raining here. So it's funny how that works. But no damage that I'm aware of. Just a little bit more water in the swimming pool. I always appreciate it when nature fills the pool. Is pool season over for this year? I think so. I'm looking at because I kind of base it on what the temperature of the water is, and I'm kind of a wimp. If the water temperature drops much below 86, it's a little too uncomfortable for me to be in there. And it's like 78 last time I checked, and it's probably less than that now because it's rained. It's been a cool couple of days, and I've been looking at the weather, and the weather seems like we're kind of moving into fall now. So, it's mid to upper 80s rather than upper 90s, and it's the upper 90s that keeps the water at 86. So, yeah, I think pool season's probably over. I'll probably put the cover on it before too long. Haven't had any of my vodka yet. Boy, three questions and one posting. That's pretty impressive. Garden's doing all right. I think I lost one of my hydrangeas in the front yard. Everything else seems to be doing all right. My mom's doing fine. And yes, I got a cooking vlog coming up, I think on Thursday, you'll see it. Will I have to drain the pool at all? No, I didn't last year, and I don't plan on doing it this year. There isn't really a good way to do it. I can drop the water level 3 or 4 inches, but since there's a doughboy pool, there isn't a drain at the bottom. The only drain there is on the side, and once you drop below the skimmer level, no further draining is going to happen. So now I suppose I could probably put a hose into the drain hole at the bottom of the skimmer and put it into the pool and drain it that way if I wanted to. But I didn't last year. I don't plan to this year. Am I going to leave the cover on this year? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That was a big mistake taking it off too early last year because what I did is I took it off after I thought fall was over because I thought the tree that's directly over the pool was one that didn't drop its leaves. Well, it just drops its leaves in the late winter. And so it was a real mess keeping up with that. So yeah, we'll definitely keep it on until all the leaves have fallen off that tree. Don't wear myself out too much. Yeah, well, you know me. It's not enough. I have two jobs, vlogger and my regular job. Now I got a third part-time job working at Silo Screams. That is called burning the candle at both ends and in the middle. And look who's back. How are you, buddy? How about you just keep that there until you knock it on the ground? Because I'm sure you will. Any ideas what may have caused the loss of the plant in the front yard? I think that particular plant, hydrangeas like a little bit of sun, but they don't really like direct sun. And that part of the front yard gets some direct sun in the morning. And I think that might have been too much for it. Are hydrangeas a little touchy to get going? Honestly, I had hydrangeas in my house in California too. And They actually seem to be a fairly hardy plant. In fact, this one may still bounce back. I've discovered that they kind of grow really big every year, and if you like basically cut them back almost to a stump, almost just a little knob on the ground, they'll grow back. And they'll bounce back every year. And I got to the point where I did that, and it just turned out it was not a lot nicer of a looking plant if you did that. So this one may still bounce back. Am I friends with any of the Silo Scream performers? I know a few of them, and I mean, it's really easy to be friends with, just basically everyone in Texas because everyone's just so nice here. I was talking to a guy that turned out to be he was one of the guys on the first video I shot for them. If you remember, the first year I worked there, they hired me to shoot a video of the fun house of the clowns. And if you remember the first clown that was the one that was talking to me, I got to know him a little bit a couple years ago. He's actually got a really fantastic speaking voice. And I'd only ever talked to him when he was in costume, so I didn't really know what he looked like. And last night I was talking to him a little bit and I said, "You're the guy that was playing Pennywise a couple years ago. I recognize your voice. I didn't pick up on it until I heard your voice." And he said, "Yeah, that's me." Just some really nice people there. If the world was flat, cats would push everything off of it. Yeah, you saw how Mike just knocked the brush off. He loves the brush, but he just knocked it off. Yeah, that's the way cats are. I get even with them though. I wait until they get up on their shelves and I push them off. Right? I'm joking. This ought to be a funny experiment here because the kitty treats are so far in there. Now he's not going to probably be able to get them. Won't be able to reach them. So this should be see kind of amusing here. How often am I cutting my grass? Probably every couple weeks now. We're kind of moving to the point of the season now where I don't have to do it every 2 weeks. It's getting to the point that it's kind of slowing down a little bit. You know, in the middle of summer, if I don't do it every 2 weeks, it's like it becomes like a jungle out there. You no longer need a lawnmower, you need a machete. But it's been like a couple weeks now since I did the front yard. I did the backyard last week because it was getting a little bad. Um, but even now, I don't think the front yard looks that bad. And it'll get to the point where it kind of goes dormant and almost I don't have to do it almost at all in the winter, and that's kind of nice. How late does Silo go? They stop allowing people in at 11 o'clock, but as I said in the interview, they don't close until the last soul has been devoured. Yeah, these guys are about 13 years old too. I think we figured out 14 years last week. I think somebody asked because I base it on what job I had and when I got them. And when I got them, I had just started with a company called ODC, and I was with ODC for about a year. And after that, I worked for Disney for 12 years. And then I came here, and it's been like 2 years since I've been here. So, it's 14 years, 14, 15 years, something like that. They're old. They'll probably be 15 in March. It hurts though to lose a pet. I know I've had to do that far too often. Yeah, yeah, he gave up on me. He said, "Yeah, nuts to that. I ain't gonna amuse your viewers. I'm not here to amuse your laptop." See, I don't think they even understand. I don't think the cats even understand you guys are here. They just see me talking to this inanimate object. As far as they're concerned, I'm just talking to a mirror. Yeah, Jordan and I went to the Winchester Mystery House a couple years ago. That was fun. We didn't do the candlelight tour though, but it's an interesting place. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go to California before the end of the year. I don't know. We'll see. I got to figure it out. Still got to work it out with my boss. Can't happen in October though, because a silo of screams. But I don't know. Maybe in November sometime. Here comes Bite again. Just gonna go sit at the end of the hall and stare at us. Still on track? Yeah, we're still on track for the cabinets in December. I think they said early December, first week or two of December. So hopefully we'll have them in by Christmas. That'll be nice. That'll be another thing I'll have to work around in terms of any trips I take, making sure I'm here for that. Now that cooler weather is coming, any outside project? Yeah, I got a few things. I want to do a little bit more work on Flash's cave because over the winter or in the summer when it was raining and stuff like that, it kind of eroded away a little bit. But I got some paving bricks. You may recall it when I repaved or when I rebricked in and rebuilt that planter over on this side of the house. Um, I removed the bricks that were there and put some new bricks in their place. And so I got those old bricks, and so I'm thinking of kind of stacking them up in kind of almost a pyramid pattern going around going around Flash's cave, and that will, I think, prevent some of the erosion. Because right now I just had, if you recall, I just had kind of a mound of dirt on the cave, and as it's rained over the past summer, it's kind of eroded away and stuff like that. So I want to deal with that. The other question: how has vlogging changed my life? I'm way more comfortable being on camera now, and I think I'm a little bit more natural. You go back and watch my first vlogs; it's like I had a serious deer in the headlights look when I was doing it because I was terrified of that. The idea of somebody watching me do that. I think it's also brought me out of my shell a little bit. I'm a little bit more comfortable with people now, which is weird because why would that be? I mean, I'm either talking, I'm always talking to some inanimate object. It's either my camera or right now I'm talking to my laptop, so I don't know. I'm a little more comfortable with myself. I would guess that would be the biggest way. And see, that's why I'm not really that concerned about growing the channel and making a lot of money doing this. I'm not making much money doing this. It's between the ads and stuff like that. It's a couple $100 a month. That's it. But you know what? I don't care. That's not what this is about. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to you guys, and you know, it's those other benefits, those other intangibles that I get from it, and that's kind of the big benefit. So it's being met with the channel being the size it is now. I don't need it to be. I don't need to become the next Jordan the Lion. If it stays the way it is, it's fine. If it gets bigger, I mean, it makes me happy when I see the channel grow. I'm actually approaching a kind of exciting milestone. We're about to hit 3,700 subscribers on the channel, and so I think I looked at it a little while ago. It's 36.99, so that's kind of cool. Let's see, where are we now? Yeah, 36.99 at the moment. So whatever, I'll take it. It's fun to see the channel grow. Considering she was not an architect, Mrs. Winchester did a lot of the designing of the house. Well, I think what she did is she just said, "Hey, this is what I want to do," and and then it was the builder's job to figure out how to make it happen. Yeah, you're right. It does say 37 or 3.7K on the channel, but it kind of rounds off. It's actually, I get the actual whole number, which is 36.99 right now. One more subscriber, I'll be at 3,700. Yo, Adam. Oh, I'm definitely better at this now. I'm more comfortable with it, and I think I have more of kind of a keen mind for kind of setting up shots and making, composing things the way I want it to do. And I'm a little bit more natural speaking and stuff like that. I still have a lot of, and that even annoys me when I watch myself, but whatever, it's what I am. Take me or leave me. You don't like it, there's the unsubscribe button. But what I try and do is just be me, and that's all I can be. And the me stutters a little bit, so there you go. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you, Connie. A lot of great people. I mean, my mom and I say this all the time. I have the greatest fans. Hello, Judith from Kansas. Is recording allowed at the Silo Screams? No, no cameras allowed. I think Jordan ever dreamed that his channel would turn into what it was. I think he hoped. I don't know if he actually knew that would actually happen, but I guess, knowing Jordan as long as I have, because I mean, I've known him since probably, 2001, 2002, so almost 20 years. And, he's always been a very, very creative, very talented person. And I always thought that, whatever he tried, the only reason he failed is just because he didn't, have the right path into, didn't have somebody pulling, but, who had the ability to push him in the right direction. And I think that's why, he went with the vlogging thing, because now he's 100% in charge of his destiny. With when he was doing Candyland riots, it was all a matter of, whether the right people saw him, and whether he got promoted by the right people, and he just couldn't seem to make that first step. I always thought Candyland Riots was an immensely talented band. Jordan wrote great songs, great lyrics, and the combination of him and Michael Carlson recording and producing them, I mean, those albums are amazing. Even today, I mean, Orange Sash, Cult Satellite Relocations, those are both great albums. Yeah, I'll probably go back to the Bush Library at some point. Um, that's just, I'll just have to do my research better. Maybe I have to call them. Hey, are you guys actually open today? because I don't want to drive in from Waco if you're not open today. How's my mom? My mom's doing all right. I guess she had a little bit of the flu a couple of days ago, but she's on the mend. She's doing better now that the fires are out in California, or at least under control, I guess. I'm a really cool guy. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Oh, shucks. Like I said before, I get from this vlog what I want from this vlog. So whatever. If it stays where it is right now, and you guys keep watching me, I'm happy. Honestly, I kind of prefer the live streams having just there's 38 people in here right now. That's kind of the perfect thing because then everybody gets a chance to talk, and I get the chance to you know respond to everyone, and I basically am reading every one of your comments, and for the most part, I try and respond to all of them. Yeah, when you get too many people in at a time, it just the comments are flashing by so fast you can't keep up with them. I honestly, I've thought about this. I wish YouTube would create a feature for live streams that would limit the number of people in there and say, okay, you can be in here for 10 minutes and then you're going to get kicked off and somebody else gets to come in. Because then it would limit the a number of people in there, the number of comments flying by there. It would also encourage people to get in, make their comment, and then get out. And so when you have people with high content of viewers like Jordan or Adam or any of the rest of them, everybody would get a chance to get in. But I don't know, YouTube doesn't listen to me. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all my viewers, every one of you. Like I said before, my mom and I have talked many times about how great my viewers are. When my mom isn't feeling well, she loves it when you guys all pray for her and keep her in your thoughts and stuff like that. That wouldn't be a bad idea either, Tracy. The ability to like other people's statements. I guess basically what you can do is if you like somebody's statement, you can say, "Hey, I liked your statement." But you're right. That would be great feedback, like for the person hosting the live stream to see, hey, a lot of people really like that. Maybe I should talk more about that subject. That is actually a good idea. Maybe even go a step beyond that and say, and put a little field at the top of the box there that says, the most liked statements. And so I could look at it and say, okay, really people like him talking about that. They like talking about that. And that's actually a good idea. Have I seen any of the House's October built films? No, I don't. I've never even heard of that. Or just tell them I agree. Well, you can always do that. Lita, it's not exactly like that because I don't drink coffee. Sorry. Yeah, well, I mean, that's this vlog really is just it's a literal example of what a vlog is supposed to be. A vlog is a video log. It's basically a video journal, and that's what it is in this case. It's a journal of what's going on in my life, you know. You followed me from when I left California and moved to Texas. The whole process of me losing my dad and starting a new life here and getting a job and getting a house and building that house. And it's like you guys have followed me through that whole thing. And we're gonna watch and see what happens next because even I don't know what the next step is. You like my JFK video? That the two of the three of those are the top most viewed views videos of any of them of every video I've done. The one where I retraced Oswald's step from the Texas Book to Top Depository to where he was captured in the movie theater. That's the most viewed video I have. It's well over 30,000 views. That's a slow day for Jordan, but that's amazing for me. And yeah, that was my first $100 video where I made more than $100 on that one. And the second most popular one is the one where I went into Oswald's jail cell, and that one's maybe about half as popular as the other one, but that's still up there, and that's still a pretty popular video. So yeah, I'm very pleased with those two. I got Jordan to thank. He was the one that suggested I should go do that. Jordan's always given me good advice. Every once in a while, he'll send me. In fact, it just happened last night. He sent me a text last night saying I should rename the George Bush presidential library video. So you know what? When Jordan offers free advice like that, it's like, okay, I'll do that because he knows. So I got up this morning and I renamed that video. It's also good to know that he watches and kind of gives me feedback too. That's always appreciated because, even though it isn't really an issue to make this the biggest vlog in the world, I'm not going to compete with Jordan or Adam or Justin or Jacob or any of them. That's not really what this is about. But, if there's something simple I can do that'll make it a little better or maybe get me some more views, you know what? Whatever. I won't argue with a little bit more advertising money. The plot is about a group of people searching for the ultimate haunted houses ever. Actual haunted houses or haunted house attractions? Because I mean, calling it the houses that October built, it sounds like it's maybe Halloween theme. And if it is, then got to get them to come down to Silo of Screams. Yeah, yeah. I decided to hang the skeleton up. We're starting to get close to Halloween here. I mean, we already got the crystal skull back here. That's he's always kind of my buddy here too. He's been with me for a while. But yeah, I've just decided to hang him up there too. Down to earth and real. Well, yeah, what you see is what I am. Would you vlog your trip to Jordan's place when it happens? No, because he doesn't want anyone knowing where he lives. I figure if I do any vlogs there, it'll just be kind of home improvement kind of stuff. Won't be anything out and about. The horror film done documentary style. Interesting. But I figured it'd be safe to film inside of Jordan's house because he's filmed inside of his house. So, if it's a vlog about me fixing an electric outlet, that's not going to give you any clues where he lives. And Bike's back. Live stream's halfway over, so I got to be at the halfway mark on my water. He, Black Dot doesn't want Jordan to know where he lives either. All right, there you go. Because you just know Jordan would show up at your house unannounced at like 3 in the morning, start banging on your door. I don't think any had any problems with it, but I just think he wanted to have a certain level of anonymity. I mean, there was, I guess, there was the issue with Amy, and that kind of, I think, soured him a little bit on that. Can't picture Jordan doing that. No, no, I probably wouldn't. Give me beer. I can joke about that because Jordan doesn't drink. You don't want Jordan and I showing up at your house after after an evening of drunk vlogging. Yeah, that would be funny. We know you're in there. Give us beer. Hey, buddy. I don't know if Jordan's still here. He popped up a little earlier. Generally, if he watches, he just kind of stays off on the side. I do believe that he watches a number of my videos though, because like I said, he commented on. He sent me a text about one of them just last night. Suggested a name change for it. So does the Waco Home Depot discount their garden area? We just stocked up on half price plants. Yeah, it's probably. I don't know. I haven't really looked because I'm not really thinking about putting plants in right now because we're getting into fall and stuff like that. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Jordan had a huge problem with trolls. I don't know. I don't know if how much that is now, but I've been lucky. I haven't really had a whole lot of trolls lately. You may remember when I first started doing live streams, we get 6 or 8 of them on an episode. In fact, I remember there was one time Jordan was on, and I was having problems with trolls, and Jordan kept saying, "Make me a moderator, make me a moderator," and I said, I was thinking about this, and I said, "Why would? Oh, I bet you what he's going to do is go troll hunting for me." I said, "Okay, so all right, boom, you're a moderator." And that was probably a good move because he knew who all the trolls were, and so if he'd see their name, he'd remember the ones he'd block from his channel. And so, you know, I'd be sitting there watching, and a troll would pop up, and before I could even reach for the mouse, Jordan would kill it, and that'd be the end of it. You lost so many plants. Yeah, I lost a number of plants too. A lot of stuff survived though, so I did pretty well. And I've replaced most of what I lost. I actually am losing a plant in the front yard I'm going to have to replace, but I don't really mind that much. And I've said this before, the people who lived in this house before me were kind of boring in terms of what they did in the front yard. And they had basically had one kind of shrubbery that was basically all around the house, and it was the same plant over and over and over again. And a bunch of them died off in the big freeze last winter, and another one of them in the front of the house is either dead or dying. So we'll probably pull that out at some point and replace that. Dan works at Home Depot. There's a huge run on mulch and Milo granite or Mylar granite. I don't know what that is after last week's storm. Huh. That's weird. Okay, that storm must have pounded other people more than it pounded me. We got just kind of a gentle rain for about 6 hours, but that doesn't surprise me. You know, Texas is a big place. Oh yeah. Okay. Bye, Gene. Good seeing you. Thanks for stopping in. It's always good to talk to you. Hope that wasn't too late, and hope I didn't miss you. Yeah, I mean that's possible. It might also just not have been their thing. Okay, it's a slow release fertilizer. So that probably sounds like a good thing to put in early fall because then you get let it kind of soak into the ground. Interesting. I learned things from watching you guys too. But see, that's one of the things I've been trying to do is make a little bit more variety in the front yard. And so I don't just buy the same plant over and over again. I may have a whole bunch of plants in one area. You may recall I bought those Asian jasmine plants for the front yard here. By the way, those things are going to town. They got streamers going out all over the place. When we get to the point where they start blooming, that's going to be amazing. Did you ever buy the honeysuckle? No, no, I did not. Okay, you're told that Home Depot does not discount their plants. I guess I kind of knew that because I've actually seen the truck that from the company that delivers the plants. So maybe that's true. Although Dan is saying that he works for Home Depot. Maybe he would know. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Tracy. Great to see you. Yeah, yeah, I loved the honeysuckles I had in my backyard in California. I'm not sure whether they do well here or not. Maybe they would. I had something called a giant Burmese honeysuckle, and it started off with two probably, you know, 5 foot tall, 2 foot diameter shrubs, basically, and basically within a year and a half, they'd both grown so much that they covered basically a full cinder block wall, um, you know, 8 feet tall and probably 20 feet long. In fact, I saw a picture once I figured out what they were. I actually looked online, found a picture of one that somebody had planted one in front of two-story, six-unit apartment complex. And over the years, it got so big that it literally covered one half of the building, one side of the building. But yeah, I love the smell of the honeysuckle. May, June, the whole backyard just reeked of it. I love it. Your Home Depot does do so. Okay. Well, and maybe it varies from plant to plant too, or from facility to facility. Maybe each one of them had different vendors or something like that. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. I'll go see if I can find a honeysuckle because actually that would maybe be something nice for the front yard to replace that plant that died. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I'd find one, but there's a couple nurseries around here, and I bet you I could ask. There's actually two really nice kind of nurseries. It's actually the same company. They just got two different locations that I buy stuff from. There's one over near the place where I used to live, in the apartment over in Waco, and I guess there's one. I think it's like Hewitt or something like that. It's actually the same company though. Both very nice nurseries. I love walking through those places. Did you hear that? Kathy thinks you're gorgeous. She wouldn't think you're gorgeous if she heard you yelling at 4 in the morning or fighting with your sister. I mean, she's your sister and you outweigh her by 2 to 1. Be nice. How long am I able to leave the cats alone? Well, I mean, they're alone all day when I go to work. And honestly, they're pretty independent. So I've been known, when I was traveling back and forth to California when my father was uh, going downhill, let's just put it that way. I would leave them alone in the apartment for sometimes up to a week. I can put enough food and water in there and they're fine. They actually kind of like having the place. They kind of like having the place to their on their own. I think they're more active during the day too because I think they're out here and they spend a bunch of time out here on the couch. In fact, there's always cat hair on the couch when I get here every week. I always have to clean the couch off. So obviously they come out here and sleep here during the day. And they kind of have the run of the house at night too. Pauline Bush died of leukemia at age of 3, and the library is closed due to COVID. Okay, huh, that's interesting. Now, are they just closed? They must be closed for a long time then, because I mean it was a week and a half ago that I was down there, so it must be a long term closure. Yeah, well, we'll have to see if I can find one. Like I said, I would love to have another one in the yard. Um, Seeing how big they get, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if the place in the front would be the place for it, but who knows? One of the things I learned, at least with that honeysuckle that I had in California, is they get big. Said till further notice. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Well, okay. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Thank you for the information, though. Can always count on my viewers to fill me in on my questions. I mean, you know, I do that all the time. I'll get to a video. It's like, okay, well, I'm not sure what that is, but if any of my viewers know, put it in the comments. And I think almost every single time I get an answer. Right, bite? You're showing us your butt and the back of your head. You know how rude that is? All these people are here to see you, and you're not even looking at them. You're so mean. You're such a rude host. Are we having booster injections? I know some of them are. I have not had a booster. I mean, honestly, I was never really horribly afraid of the coronavirus to begin with. I got the shot initially, not because I didn't want to, I was afraid I was going to get the virus. I just wanted to get away from the mask. And at this point, now that they're saying, "Oh, you still got to wear the mask even if you've been vaccinated," it's like, nuts to that. If they want everyone to get the virus, they did it, or they want everyone to get the vaccine. The whole, "Oh, you got to keep wearing the mask." That was the worst way to do it. They just undermine their own argument. And Mike just ran over to look out the window. Mike likes to look out the window, so I keep the blinds up about that high, so that you can go over there and look out the window and enjoy what's going on outside. He likes to watch what's happening out there. Oh, stretch out my legs here and kick back a bit here. Move the camera a little closer to me here so I can just relax for a little bit here. Actually, kind of feels good to stand up a little bit after I get done with a live stream because it feels good to stretch those legs a little. Who's my friend? This guy? Yeah, he's one of my Halloween props. He used to be in the house, at the house in California, and he was one of the Halloween props there. Basically, I just bring him out now for Halloween here for the live streams. Last year, I actually had him sitting on a chair on the front porch. I posed him so he was like looked like he was waving and stuff like that. She put a Days with Jordan the Lion hat on him. I know, someone who got the booster, did the two previous shots. See, I had the Johnson and Johnson one. That was the single shot, and I don't know, whatever. I didn't get it in the year before I got the shot, and I haven't had it. I haven't had it now. So, but like I said, I put it on to get rid of the masks. And now we're back to the mask nonsense. Now, fortunately, Texas hasn't locked down like they did last year. The signs that they put in the front say they recommend masks, not that they're required. And I think Texas is kind of an independent state anyway. So I don't think we're going to be that receptive to going back to the complete lockdowns. Unfortunately, I still got to wear the mask at work, and it's miserable. And it's just a reality. I'm just sitting here spacing out, watching the live stream with the earphones. Want to know what's the next big thing besides the cabinets? We'll probably paint the master bedroom before too long. Want to do some more gardening. Like I said, starting to get to the point where it's reasonably nice to be outside, and hopefully we get a little drop in the temperature here. It'll kill off some of the bugs. That's still kind of an issue. Still get kind of eaten alive when I go outside. Yeah, blacked out's right. Technically, if it's a vaccine, that means you should be, you shouldn't have to wear the masks anymore. But whatever, that's where we are. I just think if there was, more consistent messaging from our leaders about what's going on, and not, them constantly moving the goalpost, people would be a little bit more trusting. But it seems that it's all more about getting more power to our leaders and not about saving people. I don't know. That's just me. How are all the appliances holding up? So far, so good. I'm running the dishwasher now. You remember about last year or so, I had to repair that. It's working great now after my repair. No problems there. Did I have any side effects? No, not at all. They offered it to us for free at work one day, and I said, okay, yeah, I'm going to take it. As soon as they made the argument that someone my age is now eligible to get it, I was like the first in line. It's like, okay, sign me up. Let's get past this mask nonsense. And we I got it, and they say it takes 2 weeks for it to fully become, to reach full immunity. And I waited the 2 weeks, and I ditched the mask. And it wasn't long after that they ended the mask mandate at work if you've been vaccinated. And I mean, I remember the day because somebody came onto my line and said, "Hey, did you hear they just ended the mask mandate if you're vaccinated?" And I said, "Really? Are you sure?" And they said, "Yeah, it's an email." So I went and looked at my email and was like, "They're right." Ripped it off, and that was the end of that. At least so I thought. They bring the appliances from California. I brought my refrigerator, brought my microwave. The refrigerator didn't really survive the trip. Actually, I think it was all right. except for the fact that I didn't use it for a year. And when I moved it into the house here and opened it up, it was all moldy inside. And I said, that's that. I'm not going to clean this. It's a 30-year-old refrigerator. I just got rid of it. And the house came with a refrigerator that's here. So I got that one. And I still got the microwave. It's out in the garage. But this house has a built-in microwave. So, and then of course I brought my top-loading freezer, which is out in the garage, and I use that. But all the other appliances, with the exception of like my toaster and stuff like that. Hello, Mike from Las Vegas. My eyes are still a little tired. Ugh. I got about 7 hours of sleep last night, but I think I'm still a little bit behind. I'll catch up tonight. Right, Bite? That is, if you allow me to catch up tonight. That's right, he's here. Yeah, I know. I need a nap. I know. I got to do a vlog today, though. Don't know what I'll do yet, but a lot of times I just wait for inspiration to strike. I've been doing a lot of these roadside attraction kind of vlogs lately, and those are kind of fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Look at the map, see what's close by, and just go out for a little road trip for the day. Might not do that today though. It's usually if I do like a road trip type vlog where I go someplace, I usually like to dedicate the whole day to it. When I'm doing a live stream in the morning, that kind of burns up part of the day. So my mom doing well? Yeah, she's doing fine. I think she had a little bit of stomach flu a couple of days ago, but I think I think she's on the mend again. I appreciate that, Black Dot. I love that you guys watch all this stuff. I'm still not 100% certain why anybody watches, but as long as you keep coming back, I'll keep making them because you guys are like friends. Now it's not just you're not just names on a screen. I kind of get to the point where it's like I know you all. You guys say to me when we do the live streams, like hanging out with a friend. That's exactly what it is. I've been thinking I haven't been out for a nature hike for a while, so maybe we'll do that. Depending on what the weather is. It's been rainy for the last couple of days, so hopefully it's cooled off a little bit. What are they saying for weather today? Mid 80s. It's maybe a nice day to go out for a walk. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that today. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think I should do, Bite? Stay home and feed the cat, right? Those kitty treats aren't going to eat themselves, are they? Thanks for stopping in, Black Dot. It's always great to talk to you. See you next time, probably next weekend. Same mouse time, same mouse channel. See what I did there? That was a Batman joke. Now, you guys say that you like everything I do. I wonder if you'd enjoy like me doing a nap vlog. This was Breck sleeping for an hour. Gotta wonder. See, this is the downside of having only 29 people in here. Every once in a while, gets quiet. I guess if you have 600 people in here, then, if 29 people get a little silent, then the rest of them can pick up the slack. But that's okay. Do I know how much Bite weighs? Yeah, he's a big boy. He's about 18 pounds. Yeah, I don't know what that is in kilograms. Let me translate for you here. It's a little over 8 kilograms. Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah, a vlog of me sleeping. I could be the next Andy Warhol. Your cat is 16 pounds. Okay, yeah, a little smaller than this guy. Actually, I haven't weighed him lately, so I don't know. Maybe he's bigger than that. Do I like to vlog cemeteries? Yes, I do. I enjoy walking through cemeteries. Kind of peaceful and beautiful, and I mean, I really like really going through like old cemeteries too. Ones that are where you have markers that are 50, 100, 150 years old. There's a lot of that in Texas. You don't really see a lot of that in California. Some of these cemeteries around here, they've been here for 100, 150 years. First Street Cemetery, they've been there. I've been there a number of times. Just that place is 200 years old. There's markers in there from the early 1800s. It's just kind of fascinating seeing stuff there. See Civil War markers from people who died in the Civil War. But there's some also newer, more upkept ones too. I mean, First Street Cemetery is almost it's an empty, it's a for lack of a better term, a dead cemetery. because they don't put anyone in there anymore. You know, I don't think anybody's been put in there since probably 50 years ago. Hey, Dandelion, how you doing? Long time. Now, I kind of stopped vlogging cemeteries for a while because YouTube would always automatically demonetize them. You know, you put the word cemetery in there, and for some reason they think, oh, we got to demonetize this. If I did a sleeping vlog, you'd put be whispering in the comment section so as not to disturb me. That's funny. You like the t-shirt I had on? Yeah, it's one of my tie-dye shirts. I kind of am reluctant to wear tie-dye shirts when I do live streams because I'm always afraid I'm going to blend into the couch and it'll just look like a head floating in space, which actually would be kind of appropriate for Halloween, right? Yeah, it's a t-shirt I made. Kind of a cool one, right? And no, it doesn't. It doesn't kind of have a 3D effect. It just means I have a belly. Ever seen that joke? They used to have the women that would wear a shirt when they were pregnant and have they'd say baby and an arrow pointing down at their belly. And then there was always one. And then I saw one that had a guy walking next to the woman, and he had an arrow pointing at his belly too, and the word said beer. Yeah, I know. This T-shirt's a little brighter than the couch, so it does stand out. But I think it kind of, you know, like I said, it all almost makes you think that's going to happen. I'm just going to blend in. I always depend on vodka when I want to get blended. So almost like he knew he was on camera. Come on, use your eyes, not your nose. Got a pile of them in my hand, and he's smelling my fingers. What are you, blind? Okay, fine. You don't want them. I'll put them back. I'm sure we can find some homeless cat that would like them. Any updates on the kitchen cabinets? Last time I think we mentioned that I got a voicemail from the company saying that they'd be here in early December. So that's still kind of the estimate. And that's kind of what I figured was going to happen. They were saying when I placed the order, something like 18 weeks, which is crazy, but that's apparently what's going on right now. So early to mid December, I'm expecting we'll see that. I don't know if I'll be here when they install them, but I'm going to try at least and set up the GoPro to do time lapse video of the whole thing. That should be kind of interesting, huh? Remember when I had the concrete laid in the backyard? I did time lapse photography of that. That was kind of fun to watch. I think I'm burning everyone out here. I find myself rooting for any local teams like Baylor. No, I don't really watch sports that much. I don't follow it. It's not that I don't enjoy going to the games. It's just I'm not enough of a fan that I'd sit down and watch a game or something on TV. In fact, I got rid of my cable box, so I don't even have TV at this point. I just sit down and watch a movie. I still have Netflix and stuff like that. But that's I'm pretty boring on that. Just about anything I want right now, I can find online. I know I was asking the same thing, Andy. But then again, you've only been here for a little while today. Maybe you just got to pick up the slack here. Mark's got to go do some cooking. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'll be here next week. So far, you have to forgive me. Live streams maybe a little late starting for the next few weeks because of the silo scream stuff. I'm doing that right now, and sometimes I'm sleeping in a little bit on Sunday morning. So that's what happened today. That's why we started a little late today, and that may happen as long as silo streams is going on. But that goes through to Halloween, and then I think we're done for the year, unless he decides to do another Christmas one this year. I think he did a St. Patrick's Day one last year. That'd be kind of funny. A bunch of creepy leprechauns running around chasing people. And of course, a couple of years ago, he did the Choose the Slasher season for Christmas. And that was fun too. I worked out, got to be Freddy Krueger, if you remember. Always loved doing Freddy Krueger. Although I don't think I was the right person to do Freddy Krueger. It was fun to do Freddy Krueger because um, I of all all the like slasher movies that were popular when I was in my late teens, it was Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Freddy Krueger. Um, Freddy Krueger was always my favorite of them, but I never really thought I'd be the right choice to be uh, play the character because the guy who played Freddy Krueger was kind of a tiny guy. I think he was only 5'10", and you know I'm 6'4", so it's kind of weird. I think I would have been a more convincing Michael Myers because Michael Myers was always played by big guys. But whatever, it's John's choice, and he said Freddy Krueger, and he had the finger knives and all that. And so I said I ain't gonna argue with that. Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did too, Michael. Probably 6 or 8 months ago, I just kept saying to myself, I'm paying like $80 a month for basic cable, and I'm not watching it. I'm not watching TV. I've had the TV on twice since I've moved into the house. Why? Why am I paying for this? So I just disconnected the cable box one day, brought it back, and said, "Yeah, I'm not watching it. I don't really want to pay for it." So, but I do have the cable. I get the cable internet. There's a new Halloween movie. That's cool. I still get really good internet from my cable company. So I said, you know what, I'll keep them for that. And see, I think that's why they didn't object too much. A lot of times, if you try and cancel a service, they'll argue with you. I remember when, in the house in California, I used to have one of the old style wired phones attached to the house. That was instead of the cell phone, and I kept thinking, it's like, why am I paying all this money for a wired phone when I have my cell phone? So I remember when I called and canceled that, they kept saying, well, we'll give you a better deal. It's like, well, unless they're going to give me a deal that costs like, because I was making like one call a month on that thing. Everything else will be on the cell phone, and so the call itself would cost me like $1 or two, but I get like a $60 or $80 bill on it because of all the fees and surcharges and all the other nonsense that goes with it. It's like, unless you're going to get my monthly fee down to a couple of bucks a month, it isn't worth it to keep it. I don't use it. Why would I pay for it? And they really argued and they tried to get me to do it, but you know, it wasn't so much of an issue when I dumped it because I think at that point they realized, okay, well, we still got them as a customer on the internet, so we don't want to make them mad. They don't care about making you mad if they're going to lose your business altogether. At least that's my opinion. In my case, I don't miss the TV. Like I said, I had it on once or twice, and I think one of those times was just to make sure that it worked. I think it was after I put everything back on the wall after I painted this wall, just turned it on just to make sure it all worked. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't know anything that's on the air. So what's the point? And really, I don't watch a whole lot on Netflix either. I'm a Star Trek nerd, so I watch some of the Star Trek series on that. But I just noticed that starting a couple days ago, they discontinued two of the Star Trek series on Netflix. They just went away. So I'm thinking, if they get rid of the other two, then I'll probably dump Netflix too. Forget them. I don't see anything on Netflix. I'm not really that adventuresome, I guess, when it comes to watching new shows. And I don't see anything that catches my attention that makes me want to watch it anymore. The other Breck is saying Peacock has been my favorite. Okay. I don't know. Is that NBC? Is that like NBC's streaming service? You'd be interested in the local news and happenings around Waco. I can get that online. So just get a digital antenna. Yeah, it isn't the fact that the cost of it; it's the fact that I don't watch it, and so digital antenna doesn't really make any more sense because I'm not going to watch that either. Just me. I don't know. That could change. I think also as I get older, I really get more and more annoyed with advertising. I know that's weird. I got a lot. I'm vlogging and live streaming, and there's advertising on that. But yeah, I don't know. I find even when I'm like scrolling through my timeline on Facebook, and a video comes on, and they start running it, and I watch a few minutes, and all of a sudden they say, "Oh, an ad's coming up." It's like, okay, scroll. I'm done. Yeah. See, even there aren't really a lot of shows that I would be interested in. Generally, if it is something I'm interested in, I'll go buy the series on DVD. There aren't any new shows that I have any interest in. I couldn't tell you a single show that's on the air right now because I haven't really watched TV, from that standpoint in a long time. Can you remember what the last TV series I I watched on TV was. Might be like Twin Peaks. That shows you how long ago that was. Yeah, YouTube sometimes overdoes it on the ads too. You'll notice when I end my live streams, they immediately go to private for a few hours. And the reason I do that is because I like to manually place the ads in because YouTube puts too many of them on the live streams. For a live stream, when they if they do it automatically in the first hour, there will be 20 ads that they put in automatically. It's like, no, that's nonsense. What I'll usually do is I'll delete all their ads and I'll put one in about every 15 minutes. I think that's an appropriate amount. That's what they used to be on TV. Yeah, see, that's sort of what I tried doing too, Bob. Just give me a good internet connection. I'm happy, and I get really good internet speed with Spectrum, so I'm happy with them. Yeah, I'm kind of with you too. Too many movies today. They sacrifice story for cool special effects or stuff like that. And I can't stand reboots either. There's just why make a new movie. Come up with a new idea, something we haven't seen before. It just shows that Hollywood's run out of ideas. It's gotten too easy now to make an entire movie out of just on a computer, not having any people or have too much of it as being just special effects. And like, yeah, I agree. I mean, I love a great special effect, but it's got to look good with a movie. It's got to enhance a great story and great acting. It can't be in replacement of. All right, we're inspiring people to get rid of their cable. That's good. Yeah, I have a Fire Stick too. Jordan actually gave me my Fire Stick. I use that for Netflix and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm over Disney though. I had such a bad experience with Disney that anything Disney at this point leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like what they did with the Star Wars movies. I don't like what they're doing with the Marvel movies. They're killing both of those franchises. And I think we might actually be witnessing the beginning of the end of Disney. As Disney is, between COVID and some of the high profile mistakes they've made lately, and now the fact that they're getting all woke on us, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I think I agree with you, John. big business has gotten too involved in Hollywood. How's a Fire Stick work? It's basically, it looks like a little thumb drive that you'd like, like a flash drive, and you plug it into your TV, and it has a little remote, and basically it connects to your internet, and you can get all sorts of sources. You get like Amazon Prime and YouTube and Netflix, and you can download and install apps on it, and basically get all sorts of stuff. And it's basically just like having, a tiny little device that plugs into your TV that basically, anything you can stream, you can run through that. Disney is possibly buying WWE wrestling. Well, they'll ruin that too. Do I have pumpkins growing over the Flash Cave? No, actually, um, the pumpkin plant kind of died. I think it got hit by the lawnmower a couple of times, and that kind of killed it. It might come back next year, but that was something I didn't really expect to happen. It just kind of happened there. So if it comes back next year, it comes back next year. If it doesn't, we'll put something else in. I've been thinking about putting some sort of plants on top of the cave just to kind of, keep the soil together and kind of make it nicer looking. Because a big pile of dirt isn't really that attractive, but just some plants on there, maybe some ivy or something that Flash would like to eat. Something to maybe kind of grow over the mouth of the cave a little bit to provide a little protection in there. It would also kind of provide a little bit more shade and help keep the area cool. See, that's the whole point of the cave for Flash, is to provide her a refuge from the Texas heat, because it gets hot here. And that was what a friend of mine in California suggested. You need to come up with some way that she can escape the heat. Now, honestly, it seems like she should do all right in here because because Flash is what they call a gopher tortoise, and gopher tortoises are kind of native to this part of the South. So now I don't know if she's probably never lived anywhere near here, but still, maybe here in the wild though they find some sort of refuge to escape the heat too. All right, we're coming down to the last couple of minutes, people. So you got something you've been holding back. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Well, the problem with Disney is that Disney has made some really high profile mistakes lately. You know, they spent way too much on Star Wars and killed that. They spent way too much on Marvel and killed that. And now, and their operating expenses are so high with the theme parks and all that stuff that if they lose a significant amount of their audience, they're gonna, it's gonna hurt. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think there's enough Adam the Woos out there to keep them going. Am I a big wrestling fan like Jordan? No, no, I never watched wrestling at all. Not really interested in it. Yeah, I agree with you, Connie. I mean, except for the part that about being afraid to cut the cable. You know, yeah, I've been thinking about doing it for a year because it's like, why should I be, and every month, I open up the bill and it's like, oh man, I paid $80 for this. I didn't watch it at all. And finally I said, nuts to this. I'm over it. I'm getting rid of it. Everyone talks about cutting the cable. I'm going to do it. So let's see, what was that? Guess Jordan figured out how to download that video after all. So a lot of vloggers disappointed in the 50th Walt Disney World celebration. Huh. I guess I didn't go, so. Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm sorry you got in here right at the end because we're just about to end this one, but uh, I'm glad you enjoyed the George Bush Library. Um, it was it was fun. I mean, I do hope to go back. We found out earlier today, I guess, that they closed it because of COVID. So who knows when it'll be open again. I mean, I knew some people at Disneyland who actually knew Walt, and to a person, every one of them said Walt would not have approved the direction the company has gone after he died. So whatever. On that note, I think I'm going to probably pull the plug on this one. We've done our 2 hours. Keep in mind that when I end these, I make them go to private for a little while until I can reset the ads. And otherwise, you'll be watching 20 ads in the first hour of these things, and that's just too much, I think. So I think that's all that I have. I'm always grateful that you guys watch me, and I will keep producing for you. So my next video comes up on Tuesday. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night.